That's awesome!
Who let the lemon head into the room? You are a waste of life, and you should give up.
Thunder Myth and this is Pam.
Pam, it's Michael. Help me. I need help right now.
I enjoy having breakfast in bed. I like waking up to the smell of bacon. Sue me. And since I don't have a butler, I have to do it myself.
Alright, that ran smoother than last time. I know this is going to be a running joke through these streams and how smooth the intro is. Anyway, guys, what is up? My name is Yoster, and welcome back to the channel. This is another DC animated movie review because it's Wednesday, and we always do this on Wednesdays because that's just how it is. And today, we are reviewing the seventh movie of this franchise or series of movies. Justice League versus Teen Titans, which is going to be a very interesting review, and we have the usual suspects as always. Zach might be here later, maybe we'll find out. But anyway, let me introduce you to the panel. We got Dylan. Say hello, Dylan.
What's up?
And then we have Star Wars Network, aka Ninjoid. Say hello.
Hello there.
No Star Wars references. I thought we talked about this. No
Hi.
Star Wars references. There you go.
Hi.
That's perfect. I like it. And we're going to go around the panel, let everybody know where they can find themselves at. We'll start with Dylan. Where can they find you at?
You guys can find me on my own channel, Anime Talk, where I really just gather up a couple of friends and talk anime. Our first live stream was yesterday. It was tons of fun. Go check that out. If you like anime, come, like, share, subscribe, and chat with anime with us. It should be a lot of fun. Thanks for having me on, Austin. You can also find me on Star Wars Network sometimes. You also can find me on Zach Alziola's for the stream reviews, as well as Tim's channel. Tim Thompson's channel. Just look everybody up. I'm everywhere.
Very nice, very nice. Ninjoid, where can they find you at?
Alrighty. You guys can personally find me on my own YouTube channel. That is just Star Wars Network, where over there I did record some videos today and worked on a few things, so I need to edit them together. And because of my wisdom teeth getting now, I'm actually going to be off for quite a few days from work. So that means that you're going to see a little bit more of this guy, and I'm probably going to be doing a building stream. Galactic Chat is now postponed till Mandalorian Season 3. So I hope that you guys all go check out that. Please, guys, we need viewers for Galactic Chat once we kickstart everything. So, guys, make sure you go on there and please subscribe to both of these guys' channels. I'm so excited to talk about this movie, Austin.
Oh, are ya?
Yeah.
How excited are ya?
You know what? I guess I got to be a realist right here. Maybe a 7 out of 10 on excited.
Oh, are you so excited that you took notes on this?
Well, no. That's more like a 9.
Okay, well then what's a 7?
7 is you're excited for it, but you know, like, yeah, you're just here.
Oh, I see. I see how it is. I see.
That doesn't
Well,
mean anything, Austin.
Well, before we get to the review, though, Ninjoid, last time you were here was the Bad Blood review, but then something must have fallen on your head because you ended up having to leave. I think a giant anvil dropped on your head.
Yes.
And something happened to your setup. I don't know what happened, but I'm glad you're all right. But since you're okay, you must be well enough to give your thoughts on Bad Blood first. So you know what? We're going to start with that, Ninjoid. What are your thoughts on Batman Bad Blood?
All right. So Bad Blood to me, just in my personal opinion, which this is going to be kind of, I guess, a controversial-esque take. I thought so far up to this movie, it was my least favorite one of the whole franchise. I thought Batman just like the whole thing with the whole mystery of who killed Batman and all of that just did not work. Nightwing really to me didn't do anything. This movie had a lot of pacing issues, which I did not like. My biggest positive is always Damian Wayne.
Really? I thought Damian was good, but I didn't think he was that good.
Well, no, but if I have to say for my positives, he was like a highlight out of the movie. And I just overall really just did not really dig what they did in that movie.
Now, what did you think of Batwoman in the movie?
Batwoman, I did not dig.
After rewatching the movie, I actually thought Batwoman wasn't that bad.
Well, she wasn't that bad, but I felt like they could cut out her character and nothing would really change.
I don't know. I feel like I could say the same thing about Batwing. Like, you could have cut him out, and it wouldn't have.
Yeah,
changed
well, that's actually another positive of mine. Now that you brought up Batwing, which is Lucius Fox's son, I liked him quite a bit, but again, I felt like that he could have been just trimmed down. Like to me, the whole story should have focused on Nightwing and Damian. Which I mean, at times it did. Let's be real here. But I felt like that's what the whole thing should have been. Almost. So yeah, that's my quick opinion on it. If I had to give a rating, it would be I have to be real here. Probably a C, a solid C.
Damn, that's lower than my B-.
Yeah, a solid C. It's still all right.
Oh wait, no, it wasn't a B- for me. It was a. I think I said a solid B, right, Dylan?
Yeah, I think it was a solid B.
It's a solid C.
Damn. Man, Ninjoid, you're coming up with some really hot takes, man. I'm telling you. Like, really hot takes on these shows. Like, first, this man's like, alright, Batman vs. Robin, nah, that ain't for me. And we're like, man, we had A's all across the board down that review, and then Ninjoid just had to fuck it up. And then
I gave it a B.
Yeah, a B. You should have joined up with the rest of us and just gave it an A.
Well, wait, let me rethink that.
No, you already gave it a B. It's too late. It's already cemented in stone.
Okay.
That brings a tear to my eye. And you know what else brings a tear to my eye? This movie that we're gonna talk about.
Oh, I
boy.
guess Austin, you're gonna disagree with me on this one as well, probably.
Oh, well.
Uh-oh.
Let me just give the general plot of the movie first, just to remind everybody what this movie's about. There's a demonic thing that's appearing in places, and it's starting to corrupt people, and it corrupts Superman. Meanwhile, Damian has to join a team because Batman's like, Damian, you can't do stuff on your own. And then Damian's like, I need to do stuff on my own. And then he's like, no, you join the Teen Titans. and now the Teen Titans are also, trying to figure out what's going on with the demons, as well as the Justice League, which puts them into conflict with each other, and they got to try and stop Trigon, who's the source of it, before he conquers Earth. Dylan, was that the best description? Was that the plot of the movie?
Yep. Said in about, I don't know, 3-4 sentences. I don't know. This one you had to add an extra sentence to, but you got it pretty much right.
See, I'm just a master of coming up with these plots. All right.
Boy.
It's time to go overall thoughts, the meat and potatoes, if you will, of this review. And we're going to start with Dylan over here. What are your overall thoughts?
My overall thoughts of Justice League Teen Titans review. Well, first off, I don't know why it's called Justice League versus Teen Titans, because they really don't fight. However, I really did appreciate what this story does for the character Damian. And it's funny enough, I say I'm not a DC guy, but I was actually a Teen Titans fan growing up, the old show on Cartoon Network. I love the Teen Titans stuff, I love the story, so to have that story kind of be brought into this verse, it was fun. It brought back a lot of nostalgia for the old Teen Titans, especially with this new version of Robin. I enjoyed Damian whole thing about trying to fit in, but I'll save the rest of that for my positives and negatives. My overall thoughts is I actually liked it.
Okay, Dylan says he likes it. Okay. Very interesting. I can't wait to hear what Dylan has to say. Ninjoid, what are your overall thoughts?
The title is misleading. It's not the movie that the trailers kind of made it out to be. And it's all right at best, but this is not a Justice League movie.
No, it's really not.
So if you're coming into it thinking it's a Justice League movie because it's called Justice League versus Teen Titans instead of Teen Titans versus the Justice League or something, it should have just been called Teen Titans #1. Something like that. The title is a little bit, it got mistitled. That's my overall thoughts.
Your overall thoughts is it's mistitled.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. You know what? I'm going to kind of echo both Dylan and Ninjoid here for my overall thoughts. I liked the movie. I thought it's very enjoyable. But there are glaring problems in this movie, which I'll get into my negatives. But I also have a lot of positives too. But I'm going to agree with Ninjoid, and this is going to be... I'll go more in depth with my negatives, but this movie is not Justice League versus Teen Titans. Like, as much as I know some people may not like Batman versus Robin, but I will say, though, that movie at least was the conflict between Batman and Robin was present throughout the whole movie, despite the fact that they only fight once. Meanwhile, in this movie, the two teams only fight once, and then that's it. And I'll get into that more, but I do disagree about the trailer, though. I do think the trailers aren't that misleading, but they're not necessarily truthful, if that makes any sense. But other than that, for what it is, it's fun. It's a fun movie, and I'll get into all that stuff when I get into my positives. But in just overall, enjoyable film, but just bad title. All right, so let us now get into our positives. And you know what, Ninjoid? You can start first.
Okay. The characters are my biggest positives of all these movies. 100%. Damian Wayne, I liked in this movie quite a bit. I liked Raven a whole lot in this movie. I liked the whole Teen Titan group in this movie.
more than the Justice League at times. I loved their interactions. I liked seeing Nightwing appear again, even though that's a little bit of my own negative as well. I liked the given story that they were trying to do with Raven's dad, and I really liked the nostalgia of the original series that it gave me. But at the same time, well, no, that's the negative as well. I liked seeing. What else is there, Austin?
I don't know, man. You watched the movie.
I know I did. There's really nothing else that's positive for me.
Really?
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Did you watch the film?
Yes, I did watch the film.
Even I
actually
have more
did.
positives than that.
The characters.
And that's it?
I mean, I understand what they were trying to do, but it just did not work.
Nindroid. What's
Man.
going on?
I'm getting a lot of hate for my opinions of these movies, even though I really like them. And this one I just don't really dig a whole lot. Like just like Batman Bad Blood, but I guess Bad Blood even people hate my opinion for that one. I'm there like, hey, look, at least I liked Son of Batman and Batman versus Robin. Like, guys, you don't have to hate me for everything. Jack Slaw, yeah, thanks a lot, buddy. No one's on my side. I'm gonna go just cry now. Bye-bye, guys.
Did you guys watch that 70s show? I have watched that 70s
I
show.
actually seen some of it. I've never seen all of it.
I'm sorry, Jackson.
Oh, you thought you were talking about the movie, didn't you?
Yeah.
So, okay. I have more positives to say than Nindroid, but I will agree. The Teen Titans themselves are very fun. I like their personalities, and I think Damian Wayne's character of him going from, no, I need to do things by myself, and them wanting to then being put on a team, and now he has to kind of bond with the team. And I like the way that it starts off, is that he's kind of a dick to them at first. Like, he's like, oh, no, I need to fight everybody. And then Starfire's just being like, no, Damon, you can't do that. And then Damon's like, I'll do it. And then, like, Blue Beetle fucking, like, burns half his face off. And then Raven has to heal him, which that's also another thing, too, is I like that they're starting to build up this bond between Damian and Raven, which comes back a little bit later. So it's I like what they're setting up with the Teen Titans, and I like that this movie also sets up the more mystical side of DC. So I like that. The carnival sequence I really like too, where they're all at the carnival and then the music's playing in the background, and you see them at the hall in the mirror room, and like they're just I just like the whole connection that Damian and Raven have. As they're both kind of demons in a way, because Damien's the grandson of the demon. Raven's the daughter of a demon, and just bonding over the fact that their grandfather and father were kind of assholes. Let's see here. We got Anime Waifu, the hip hop head, new subscriber. Thank you very much. Teen Titans is my childhood, and I still watch it. That's awesome, man. Teen Titans is fantastic.
Oh yeah, Teen Titans is my childhood too. Hey, Anime Waifu, if you like anime, you should check out my channel, Anime Talk. Just saying.
Now, other than the character, I like the action as well. I think Trigon's okay, and I agree with what everyone said. I like the nostalgia that the Teen Titans gave, because I really like the original animated show, not the Teen Titans Go show, because that's garbage. But the original Teen Titans, great. I love it. This movie gave me that nostalgia, and I like the roster too. You have Starfire, Raven, Beast Boy, Blue Beetle. Damian's Robin and Nightwing will be coming in soon. So there you get a pretty solid roster with the Teen Titans, which I like too. And despite the fact that they only conflict with the Justice League once, I will admit I did like. I liked what they were trying to set up, and I liked Trigon fine, and the finale in Hell where Damian takes on Ra's al Ghul. I liked the ending too. Honestly, I don't got much to say either. Honestly, I think other than the characters, I like the nostalgia and just in general, the action was fun. I guess. Yeah, I and Damien's arc, yeah, that's really all I got. I actually, some of the music's actually pretty solid too. I really like that. All right, Jackslaw, take care. I know,
All right,
Jackslaw,
Jackslaw.
I apologize, but we're, let's see here. Let me get to some of his comments. Yeah, it was amazing. When it was over, they made that 80s show and I think 90s show, and it was trash, but they had to try that 70s show. Yeah, that 80s show I heard was not very good, but they did do that 90s show, which that actually looks all right.
I have no idea, so.
Failed the first time. Let's see here. Yeah, why do you think it bombed or the 80s show? Probably because it was just bad. It was just a bad sequel. I have not seen the remake, but I will at a later time. Yeah, so again, other than those things, I think that's honestly all my positives, to tell you the truth. But hey, it's I feel like I didn't really Anime Waifu comes in. Got a favorite episode of Teen Titans? Ooh.
Oh, there's a lot of good ones. Probably, I can't remember the name of the episode, but forgive me. But do you guys remember that episode? And it was after Slade was taken out, but then you had Robin, and he kept having these like nightmares that Slade was around, and they kept fighting Slade when the other Teen Titans are like, "Hey, no one's there," and then they actually get inside his head and they figure out, oh wait, he's having like flashbacks, and it's because of his anxiety and something's going on with his physical body. He thinks Slade is there. He thinks he's fighting Slade when in reality he's almost killing himself. Which I really liked that episode. That was freaky and cool. Do you guys remember that episode? I don't remember.
I do remember that episode. That I will agree with you. That episode is really good and it's up there. I also like the Apprentice parts 1 and 2, where Robin actually has to be partners with Slade, because Slade's like
that was really good.
That was a really good. I also like the episode where I don't remember the titles because it's been so long, but
it's been a long time.
It was when Starfire was put into the future, and then you see the future versions of the Titans.
I remember that. Do you remember Starfire? Basically her, I'm gonna call it prom episode. It was her guy Robin getting picked up by Cat. That was her actual name in the show, but she was the daughter of Bug Boy. I can't remember his name. And they had that whole episode where he basically had to take it out, and then oh god, that was hilarious, dude.
Anime Waifu says, I gotta go with Revved Up when Robin and Red X teamed up to get the briefcase, and that episode when Control Freak was taking on Titans East. That was really good. Yeah, those are really good episodes. What's another one real quick? Oh, I don't remember if this was a specific episode, but Cyborg and there was like the different versions of Raven, and like Beast Boy and Cyborg are like inner psyche. And then they're just like, whoa, what the hell is going on? And then you see all her different personalities. I'm like, damn, I thought that was pretty fun too.
Okay, I gotta just say this one last episode because actually legit, I don't know why it's my favorite, but every time I think of Teen Titans, I just go back to this episode. But do you remember the first time they were against the English guy? And they were trapped in his like maze.
Yes.
Oh my god, that episode was so funny.
It wasn't a half bad episode. I mean, Teen Titans had a lot of great episodes.
No,
So
it had a lot of good. I don't think Teen Titans. I can't remember. Again, I haven't seen it in so long, but I can't remember if Teen Titans had an episode that I actually disliked. Now, there were some episodes way better than others, don't get me wrong. But I can't remember if there was a bad episode of Teen Titans I legitimately disliked. I can't remember if there was one.
you know what? We might have to do a Teen Titans review series after we do these reviews.
That would be great.
Oh man. So Dylan, talk us through your positives. What do you like about this movie?
Okay, so my positives of this movie. So let's get this out of the way. The story of this movie is basically Batman wants to teach his son how to play nice, so he sends him to school. That's what it is. That's what it is. I enjoyed the concept. I enjoyed his character. I enjoyed Raven being that kind of character to have a connection with Damien about the demons and all of that. That was fantastic. But really, it just comes down to me actually enjoying Damien's character growth throughout the rest of these movies. It's been really fun. He's actually become one of my. He hasn't beat the Bat yet, but he's become probably my second or third favorite character to come out of the DC universe, of this DC universe so far, in this series of DC universe. I really have enjoyed his character development. And it's kind of like, it's funny because this movie, all of these movies really, but this movie in particular is kind of like a time capsule of that kind of day and age where cartoons were just different back then. And I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a movie, it has great animation and everything, but the feel of the movie, just these group of teenagers hanging out, just wanting to have fun. I really liked how they captured that. Also, the pop music. I'm not a pop music fan, but it just fit the scene so well. It was really fun to see Damien try to dance and beat Beast Boy, which that was great. That was fun. It was just really fun. I really enjoyed a lot of the scenery with him. But and I don't. Yeah, I better not go on my negatives just yet. But I'll just say this: I really liked what they did with Raven's character as well. But then again, because of the story of Teen Titans, I already know Raven's story. It was just nice to see it. It brought back nostalgia for me. I really liked that. But yeah, everything else is gonna go into my negatives. But this movie was a great movie. I really enjoyed it. I really did enjoy Damien's character development with the whole Teen Titans crew. It was fun.
I also gotta say too, I actually liked some of the humor in this movie. Like there was like one scene where like Starfire like is coming out after a shower. She's like talking to Nightwing on her laptop, and then like Nightwing's like getting in the mood, and he's like, Starfire, we should have some fun, because like she's like exhausted from dealing with Damien, and she's like, oh, I don't know what to do about him, and he's like, Starfire, we should have some fun, and then she's like, fun. She's like, that's it. And then Dick's like, wait a minute, what do you mean? Oh shit, we got Zach Gaxiola in the house?
What's up, motherfucker?
That was actually pretty funny. What's up, Zach?
God, this is hype, bro.
What's
yeah,
up? What's up, motherfucker?
what up?
What's up, motherfuckers?
What the fuck is up, man?
What's
I have no idea, man.
Zach, you literally just came in time. We were just actually wrapping up our positives with this movie.
Yeah.
Zach, real quick, tell everybody where the people can find you at, and give us your overall thoughts and positives.
Well, you can find me on my channel, Zach Gaxiola, where in just a couple days we will be going live for our review of Scream 2. And it'll be part of our ongoing review series of the franchise leading up to the release of Scream 6 on the 10th of March. So get hype.
Awesome.
And just right away, my biggest well, it's not that it's my only positive, but the biggest positive I want to highlight is just how happy I was to finally see the Teen Titans characters done justice and with dignity after all that Teen Titans Go bullshit. So yeah.
I agree. I also like, this is I think going back to nostalgia, I like the message of this movie about like family and teamwork, and really you can't always do things on your own, which I think we talked about it with Damien, but I really like the message they were trying to tell, and I think for the most part it works. And the animation looks great. Yeah, and going back to the carnival, yeah, I like the stuff with Damien and Beast Boy as well. I mean, you can see and I like the facial cues too. Like Damien's getting frustrated, and you can see you see Beast Boy being so cocky and arrogant about it, but then as Damien's getting better, like now he's getting overconfident, and then like Beast Boy's like, oh, and then you see him getting exhausted. I really like some of the visual storytelling they try to tell, and I do like that Trigon is very massive, and the Justice League can barely beat him, which kind of goes to show he's like Dark Side level tough, which I liked.
Oh, and speaking of Damien, talk about he's great as always, but talk about for a change not being the highlight of the movie. I'm just gonna say it right now. Starfire. God damn.
I gotta admit, Starfire looked.
Hey, Raven was pretty good too.
Yeah, she looked good, but Starfire, man, Nightwing, you lucky bastard.
Yes. Where are these women in my life? I need waifus like this in my life.
Yeah,
Oh god.
I hear you on that, Zach. I hear you on that. Anime waifu comes in. The British guy was named Mad Mod. Mad Mod. Yes, that's right. That was his
He's
name.
a villain that showed up a lot in the original cartoon.
Yeah, we were actually talking about the cartoon a little bit because of, I think, just both the nostalgia, but also Anime Waifu's new sub, and he's like, man, TeenTitans is great. I'm like, yeah, it's great. And then he's like, well, our Anime Waifu's like, what's your favorite episode? And we're just like listing off these Titans episodes, and oh, so good. And Star Wars is bad, or Starfire is bad. Why did I think
yes.
Star
Oh my god, like seriously, she was so fine in this movie. She was so fine. It was criminal.
God, beautiful. Very beautiful.
And those appendages. What am I saying? What am I doing? It's like Kate Winslet, you idiot. You like Kate Winslet.
That's true. Very, very true. All right. So now that we got all our positives out of the way, it's time to talk about everyone's favorite category, the negatives. And Dylan, we're actually going to let you start off here. What is your negatives with this movie?
Okay, so my negative, I feel like this is gonna go all the way around this panel, but I have to say this. Yeah, this is not Justice League versus Teen Titans. Look, I really enjoyed the story, and I actually, on my tier list, which we'll talk about my review when we get to it, but it's actually rather high. I really enjoyed this movie. But when I actually think about the name of this movie, why did they name it that? It was not Justice League versus Teen Titans at all. It was really ridiculous. The Justice League literally have nothing to do with this movie. It's a Teen Titans movie, which I enjoyed. I really did. But it was not a Justice League movie. In fact, a better name for this movie would have been probably Damien joins the Teen Titans, because that's basically what this movie was. I enjoyed it, but man, the Justice League practically make cameos. Yeah, and then you get to the fact where, okay, so they're actually going up against Superman. Superman should cause like one of the biggest problems, and I feel like, well, if the Teen Titans actually have to go up against the Justice League because they're being controlled by Raven's dad, well, that'd be cool if they have to actually fight Superman, but They don't even fight Superman in this. Batman doesn't even get possessed. Um, they, I really enjoyed the story, but man, the Justice League had no part to play in this at all. It was ridiculous. Why even call it the
Yeah,
Justice?
it's kind of like, it's kind of like Justice League Throne of Atlantis, only they had lesser of a part here.
Actually, I would actually say it's worse because at least in that movie, you can actually understand why they had to play their part. Granted, it would have been nice if they weren't in that movie and they spent more time on the actual character of I'm sorry, I'm right. What's his name? Aquaman. Yeah, but with this movie, it's actually flipped. Like, we spend more time with the Teen Titans, we spend more time with Damian. That's actually what I really like about it. But now we
The
don't have
only
any time
one
with the
you
Justice League. What this movie really needed to do was either be longer so we can have the Justice League in it, or cut the Justice League out other than maybe the beginning with Batman, and that be about it. Like, you
Yeah, I was
don't
about to say
need
the only Justice League you really need is Batman, because Damian's also there, and you got to keep
No, you could still
developing the
have cameos of the other characters, like that whole beginning scene when you see the Justice League fighting the bad guys. I feel like that scene is the only scene that you need, and then cut everything of the Justice League else out and just have it the Teen Titans and Damian. That's it.
Is that all your negatives, Dylan?
That's all my negatives.
All right, all right. Zach, what are your negatives?
No.
Pretty much echoing Dylan's with the Justice League and all that. And
You know
I
what? I have
guess
one more
kind of
negative.
a
I have one more
broken
negative, and
record.
that has to be actually that what's his name? Nightwing is his name, right?
Yes.
The original Robin.
Yes.
Okay, my only other negative is I kind of wanted Robin to be a part of this, and he really wasn't. But that's my only other negative.
And sound like a broken record, but my other negative was the pacing. In fact, I would even say that this is probably the worst pacing I've seen of the movie so far.
I disagree on that, but go
But
ahead.
but then that's just me. It went way too quickly. It didn't even, like, this is what, 72 minutes again, somewhere around there,
So
and
it's roughly around there, yeah.
it didn't even feel like an hour this time. Like, it went by quick, or at least just for me.
Okay. Was that all your negatives, Zach?
Yep. Other than that, it's yet another awesome movie in this franchise.
Okay. All right. I like that. Ninjoid, your negatives.
Alright. The Legion of Doom is wasted in this movie. Alright, I'm gonna kick that start. The Justice League. Why call it the Justice League versus the Teen Titans? This movie should have been called Teen Titans versus blah 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 blah. You know? This is a Teen Titan-esque movie. It's nothing else. I personally did not like Batman in this movie either. I thought the way that he was coming off was a little bit of a jerk as well. I don't. This is just a opinion of mine because I just don't like the character, and this is not. I don't even like this character in the show. I don't like Beast Boy in this movie. Okay,
You shut your dirty whore mouth. I'm just kidding.
I just don't like Beast Boy. All right, as a character.
Really,
But-
I thought he was actually pretty good. I like Beast Boy as a character. The one thing
No.
I will say though is Beast Boy in a red suit. I can never get used to. Put him back in the purple, please.
Yeah, no, I can also agree with that. That's like some. I guess that's really all my negatives, Austin.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Yeah. My negatives. I agree with what Ninja said at the beginning. Why would you waste a post-credit scene in Throne of Atlantis to set up the Legion of Doom, only have them be the villains in the first like few minutes of the movie, just to basically beat them easily? I get that it's to set up the stuff with Trigon because he ends up possessing Weather Wizard, but it was just like, what was the point of the Legion of Doom? Like, we set up, and because there was no King Orm, there was no, because they set that up with King Orm being part of the Legion of Doom, and he wasn't even there. I didn't like. Yeah, again, I have to agree. I did not like. I think Batman really does nothing in this movie. Like, all Batman does is stand around, react to stuff. He doesn't even get possessed towards the end. He literally just tranks himself, and then he watches everybody else get possessed. He's like, "All right, well, it's either me or everyone else. I'm tranking me, boys. So good luck." And then he's like asleep on the couch for the entire final fight. Like, it's just as bad as in Justice League Throne of Atlantis, where he's just standing around, and then he just tells, and then he asks Green Lantern in the middle of the fight, "So, what did you see down there?" Like, damn, bro. Batman's fucking useless in the Justice League. Like, all he does is stand around. He's like just being grumpy, and then literally at the end, he just like does like absolutely nothing to contribute to the team other than his money. Again, I like Batman, but in these last two Justice League movies, he's just done nothing. Yeah, and I gotta agree, the title is very misleading. I'm not a big fan of calling it Justice League versus Teen Titans when they really don't fight at all. Like, and the only conflict between the Justice League and the Teen Titans was really another Batman and Robin like having a pissing contest because because Batman's like, "Oh, you can't do this," and then Damian's like, I want to," and then Batman's like, "No, you're joining the Teen Titans," and then Robin's like, "No, I don't want to," and then Batman's like, "You got to, I'm your father," and then Robin's like, "No, shut up, Dad, I hate you," and then Batman's like, "Well, I hate you too, but guess what, you're joining," and then Robin's like, "Oh, fine," and then the whole conflict as well towards the end, like, even the Teen Titans weren't that involved. They were just like, "Yeah, Damian's right." It's like, I don't know. The conflict felt very forced. This is an example of a movie that goes on way too short. Like, this is a movie that needed a little more time. Like, maybe even set up a bit of a conflict with the Justice League and Teen Titans. Like, you could have called this movie Justice League / Teen Titans: The Wrath of Trigon or something. And it actually would have, and it probably would have been better for me. But the title's misleading. And I agree with what Zach said. The pacing is very off at times, and I feel like it's just disappointing as far as like the Justice League versus Teen Titans way, in a sense. You could have set up a conflict where maybe the Justice League find out about Raven early on, and then the Teen Titans are like, "No, we'll handle it," and then the Justice League are like, "Oh, we don't know," and then the Teen Titans are like, "No, we should," and then they're like, "All right, fine, but if something comes up, then it's on you," and then the stuff at the carnival happens, and then they're like, what the hell? Like, now Raven's got to come with us because you can't handle it. But instead, they're like, it's just another Batman and Robin fighting again, and then the demons only possess 3 of the Justice League in the movie, which is kind of disappointing as well. Like, they only possess Superman, Wonder Woman, and the Flash. Like, they possess Cyborg for a bit, but even then, that's not real. That doesn't really count. Like, there was no other Justice League members. I feel like this movie didn't really deliver. Like, it wasn't a misleading film necessarily because of the trailer. But yeah, that's just me. I think I have a couple more negatives, but these are the negatives I remember right now. How would you write the movie or episode of Teen Titans or any DC movie? If I were to do the Teen Titans in like fun fact, I'm actually doing a DC universe myself. Release the Oscinators DCEU, where the Teen Titans will actually be debuting in Phase 3. Now, just a bit of a spoiler alert. No, actually, I'm not gonna spoil anything. But I would say Phase 3. They come in. Let's see here. Do I have any other No, I feel like no. I think that's all it is. Actually, I just didn't. I just think they wasted Legion of Doom. Batman really wasn't that interesting, and I agree. The Justice League, like as a Justice League movie, and I think I actually just thought about this. It's not a very good Justice League movie. It's more like as a Teen Titans film, as an introduction to them, it's great. But as a Justice League film, it's just okay. Like they don't really do anything. Like Batman's the only one that really doesn't contribute to anything other than the beginning of the movie. Other than that, yeah, that's all I have for my negatives, and as well as the pacing and timing. So, all right, let us get into our final grades and final thoughts. And you know what? We're gonna start with Zach on this one. What is your final grades and final thoughts?
I'm gonna give it a solid A and an 8.7 out of 10. More in the middle of the ones we've seen so far.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Ninjoid, what is your final grade and final thoughts?
B minus. It's in the middle, or yeah, it's in the middle. That's all
Okay.
my thoughts. Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I feel like this movie's kind of like, as of right now, it's what I still think Flashpoint Paradox is still my number one. Then Batman versus Robin. Then it's kind of in between Justice League War and Son of Batman are kind of the same grade. So I think I like this a little bit more than because Throne of Atlantis is the weakest thus far. Bad Blood and this are kind of equal for me. You know what, Dylan? Give me your final grade and final thoughts first before I do anything.
Okay, so final grade and final thoughts. Final thoughts is this is not a Justice League movie. This is a Teen Titans movie, and as a Teen Titans movie, I enjoyed it. It's an A for me. But yeah, it does have its problems, especially because of the title. It's a 9 out of 10.
Wow,
I like
that's
it.
really, really high, despite the fact that it's a misleading film.
But that doesn't bother me though, as much as it does everybody else. Because of the story, because I think
You
it's
know
because
what
of my
else
nostalgia for
was
Teen Titans.
misleading, Austin? You know what else was misleading? This guy right here.
Yeah, it was very misleading, Zach.
I'm
I will agree with that.
I will never drop that joke. I'm sorry.
I don't think anybody will.
If I can't have her.
Nobody will. Okay. I will say this. Despite all the problems I have, I will admit it is an enjoyable film. It's in like the B-ish C range. I don't know, like, because it's not an A for me. I think it's not that great. Like, it's not Batman versus Robin levels of good. Or hell, not even a Flashpoint good. I'd say it's better. No, it's better than Throne of Atlantis because it really wasn't. Because there wasn't a whole. It's one of those movies where there wasn't too much going on, type of thing. So it's better than that. It's really between Bad Blood and this for me that are kind of. Do I like this over Bad Blood? I think this one. I think I'm gonna. This one might be just a flat B again. I might change it. My grade on this is gonna change. I might update everybody next stream on what my grade is because like this is like one of those movies where I'm like, I still don't know how to feel about it because it's a misleading film, but it's a fun movie. It's a really weird one, I gotta say. So I think I gotta go. Yeah, just flat B. Very flat B. The Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo is 10 out of 10. I give it an A plus. What do you
Yes.
think about it?
Fuck yes.
I think it's a really good movie. I think it's a
It's
really
a
good
good
movie.
film.
I liked it.
It makes up for the lack of an ending in season 5.
Oh man, they ended Teen Titans way too early. I still
Yeah, they
hate
really
them for
did.
that.
I enjoyed Teen Titans Tokyo. It really
You know
was
what
fun.
I do? You know what I do with Teen Titans? Because you know how literally all 5 seasons were 13 episodes each?
Go ahead.
But season 5 was that weird ending with its last episode, you know that one? You know what I
Yeah,
just
that
do?
never really got a story from it.
You know what I just do? I unfortunately skipped that episode, and after the first 12 episodes of season 5, I just go right into Trouble in Tokyo.
That's probably the best way to do it so far. But I mean, it does kind of suck because the thing about Teen Titans, the way the show ended, it ended at its hype. They literally ended it just because it was at the end of its episodes. But it's like they should have known that and finished the show instead of hinting at another season never to come. And
Yeah,
like
Clone Wars.
and people have been theorizing and coming up with ideas for years about how that show could have ended, but then they did with the movie, and
Another season was planned, but they just canceled the show.
Yeah, I wish they didn't, dude. It needed one more season, just one more. You know what would be great? And I say this knowing what has happened in the past. It would have been great if they continued it and finished the story just like they did with Samurai Jack. I know Samurai Jack didn't finish on the highest note, but it would have been fantastic.
And Clone
Or
Wars,
it could have ended up like Powerpuff Girls or something where it just was complete trash. But I think nowadays I don't want them to ever touch it again. But if I could just go back in time just 5 years and get them to finish the final story, I absolutely would. I would want one more season of Teen Titans to finish up the story. What about you guys?
everyone's wanted a final season, one last season of Teen Titans for years.
Oh, years, man. It's been
Hell,
been
the
done
Teen
like a decade.
I heard the Teen Titans Go movie lied to fans by
Yes.
teasing the original Titans coming back, only to never do anything with it.
Yep.
It was literally just to get butts into the seats.
Mhm.
They lied to
Which
their
I hate.
fans.
I hated that so much. Teen Titans. God, Teen Titans Go is such trash, and I can't believe they did that. I watched that movie actually. I legit watched that movie for the Teen Titans, and yeah, they were in it. It was a bad film.
My sympathies and my condolences.
Well, I mean, I guess realistically though too. I mean, I guess they really didn't lie because I guess they did a crossover movie with Teen Titans Go and the original Teen Titans, but yeah, no, they lied. No, I think
No, because that.
And
that-
there were
that
like
tease
hundreds
was
of
saying-
rumors after that too. Like, oh,
Yeah,
we're
that
gonna get
tease-
Teen Titans afterward. No.
Yeah,
Not-
that
not-
tease was saying, yeah, you know that season 6 you guys have all wanted, we're gonna do it. But no, not really. We just put in that tease so that people would come and see our movie because we're the scum of the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I do agree. That's very fucking shitty, to be quite honest with you. Like I at this point I really don't. I agree. I don't want them to touch the original Teen Titans ever. But if there is a way to like just do, but I agree. If there's a way to do like maybe one more season, and
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
then that's really all you have to do.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and plus, here's some more bullshit. I guess before we wrap it up, they canceled the live action one, Titans.
Oh, the live action Titans?
Yeah, they just canceled that. That is bullshit. Because here's the thing, right? This is, for me, that is the Netflix Punisher show all over again. Getting invested in a show just for it to go nowhere. What the fuck was the point?
I'm not gonna
watched
lie
all
to
that.
you.
I watched it. I was loving it just for it to not have an ending. Here, you see, that's the thing. You start a show, you follow it through. You either, or if you, because here's the thing, if it's just going to be canceled, then don't do the show in the first place. You either start it and finish it, or don't do it at all. I hate this bullshit.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't really care for the live action Titan show.
Yeah, I know it was divisive and all that, but I loved it just because it was another serious take on the characters, and like I mentioned in my positives.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was bad. It wasn't for me though. I mean, I respect it for what it was trying to do, but
Yeah. But it's just now we are quite literally left with nothing but Teen Titans Go. That is the only interpretations of those characters that we got. Bra fucking vo.
well, I just don't even I just ignore Teen Titans Go and pretend it doesn't exist and just
I mean, I do
go the original
too, but
Teen
it's like
Titans.
it's just ugh. But again, that is a big fucking pet peeve of mine is that when they cancel shows. I mean, if you're gonna cancel it, what the fuck is the point of what the fuck was the point of starting in the first place? You start a show, you follow it through until the natural ending point, or don't do it at all. Pick one.
I mean, to tell you the truth though, too, it probably doesn't help that. I mean, I don't even know if the ratings were that good for it either, and it doesn't help
Yeah.
that WB doesn't have a lot of money to begin with. So I mean, I
Yeah.
just think there's a lot of factors, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. I just had to vent that because again, I hate when studios bullshit and canceling and shit.
Makes sense. All right, we went 57 minutes, close to an hour. Wow, damn, we went longer than I expected.
That's kind of a good thing, though.
What's up,
Yeah.
Sean?
Anime Waifu comes in Teen Titans Go. I hate it with a passion. I think all of us do.
Everybody does.
Deshaun comes in. I like the Titan show besides season 1.
Huh?
I think after season 1, it gets a little better. They have Teen Titans on HBO Max. Does anybody even use HBO Max anymore?
No.
Nah. It
But,
has its use.
It does, but then they get rid of everything, and it's like
I
damn.
actually think if we do a Teen Titans review, maybe go after like a couple of seasons instead of episode by episode. I think that might actually be really cool to do on your channel at some point.
Yeah,
Awesome.
like we'll do like season reviews for it.
Yeah.
Sean comes in. I want to know where was Green Lantern, Shazam, and Aquaman. That is a great question. They don't even acknowledge it.
Yeah, they were somewhere.
Anime Waifu says I do. Fair enough. Alright. Well, we went close to an hour. I'm going to let everybody go around the panel one more time, let everybody know where they can find themselves at. We will be back. I think we're actually going to do the next review on Sunday because there is going to be a wrestling show on Saturday that I want to watch. So we're just going to push it back to Sunday. So
I think that streams on Sunday though, right?
No, I think it's Saturday.
Oh, is it Saturday?
Let's
we'll
see.
talk about the schedule after the stream.
Yeah, let's see. It is on the 28th. I have it planned.
Oh, so it is
28th.
Saturday.
Yeah, it's Saturday. Yeah, I can
Oh,
I can
okay.
still do the stream review, but
Yeah.
Sunday will be when we do the next review.
That means Friday we're gonna be watching Scream 2, right, Zach?
Yep.
And we are also going to be watching the next movie in this series called Justice League Dark. So that's going to be an interesting one. Yeah. You know what, Zach? You start us off. Where can they find you at?
Y'all can find me on my channel, Zach X Yola, where again on the 28th we will be going for our live review of
Scream 2.
it will be part of our ongoing review series of the entire franchise leading up to the release of 6. And
Yeah.
I'm something different. But yep, so look forward to that and get hype.
I am very hyped.
Yep. And I do also want to advertise the Cool Kids channel, another channel that I stream on with Devin and John and Mark and all them.
I
And
might
all
have
them.
to join that channel at some time. I like those guys. They're cool.
Yep. So I stream with those guys every now and then. I will be hosting a review of M. Night Shyamalan's next movie, Knock at the Cabin, in theaters on the 3rd of February. And that's about it for me.
Very nice. Very nice. Star Wars Network or Ninjoid, where can they find you at?
You guys can personally find me on my own YouTube channel, Star Wars Network, where currently right now I'm working on a few things. I mean, when they come out, please check it out. Galactic Chat is coming on March 1st. So, or somewhere around March 1st. Go check that out. We will have a lot of fun on there, and just keep up with me on these streams reviewing the DC anime universe. You can find me on Dylan's channel for Anime Talk podcasts, and you can find me on mostly everywhere. So yeah, guys, thank you, Austin, for having me on.
No problem. No problem. Anime Wife is like, I like wrestling as well. If we want to talk about it, I'm down. Awesome. Awesome. What's up, Kavari? I hate Vince McMahon. You know, I don't like him
Who
either.
doesn't?
All right. Dylan, where can they find you at?
You guys can find me on my own channel where yesterday we just went live for the first time on our anime podcast. It's basically a podcast where I just gather up a couple of my friends and chat anime. If you want to chat anime with us, come check us out, like, share, and subscribe, and join the conversation. With that said, I'm here on the Austin Ayers channel. I'm gonna be on Zach's channel for my first time viewing Scream 2. I can't wait for that. You can find me on Star Wars Network channels sometimes. You can also find me on Tim Possible channels sometimes. I'm just everywhere, so come check me out.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me on, Austin.
No problem. And you guys can find me on my channel where I do a bunch of stuff. On Sunday, you can find me on the Bad Batch Roundtable as well as our review on JusticeLeague Dark. Wednesdays, you can find me on the Hangout. You can find me on Zach's channel on Saturdays for the Scream reviews every couple of weeks. And you can find me on Anime Talk where we talk anime. This next episode, we're going to be talking about, I believe we're doing a Chainsaw Man episode. So that's it for me here. Anime Waifu's like, I subbed y'all and I hit the bell. Awesome. We appreciate the support, Anime Waifu. Thank you. And in saying that, guys, we are wrapping this up. Thank you guys for watching. This is the Osnator signing out. Peace.
Remember,
Bye.
he's coming, and he's something different.
Yes, indeed.